Hey guys, today we're going to go over a bunch of old school RuneScape facts that you didn't know about concerning, drumroll please, trolls. Let's start with the types of trolls. There are currently 4 types of trolls in Galenor. I bet you didn't know there was that many trolls. The most commonly known troll stronghold is called Trollheim, which is situated here. It is the home of the mountain trolls that typically look like this. Then there's the White Stronghold, home to the ice trolls that look like this. And now for the river trolls, you can find them in the Enchanted Valley and they look like this. And finally, the sea trolls are near the Piscators fishing colony and they look like this. All the trolls in the game are pretty stupid and can't speak properly in the common tongue. That's why you're gonna get incredibly written lines like this one. Only place find goutweed is my storeroom. You've been stealing? Humans grow goutweed? You lying to burnt meat. Burnt meat think that sound good, but burnt meat cook you first. Well, he give me mighty sore tummy later. I think I forget to wash his feet. So yeah, quite inspiring. Here's another good example of some typical troll talk. Ugg exclaims, "I love Ugga. She's so beautiful. She smells so nice, like rotting dead ice wolf." Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. There's a couple of trolls in the game that actually are able to speak grammatically correct English, such as Odd Mushroom. Odd Mushroom is a troll from Weiss, and we speak to him during the quest, making friends with my arm. But unfortunately, during the quest, he is wounded by Mother and dies. So that's the end of him. But there are other trolls that can speak properly, such as the Troll Child and his mother and father, the little troll child that we meet during Desert Treasure 1. Cool fact, during Desert Treasure 1, when we talk to the Troll Child, he lets us know that when angry or upset, ice trolls are able to freeze the air around them. We don't know whether this is unique to the trolls from Weiss or ice trolls overall. Alright, now let's look at troll names. Most trolls are named after the first thing they eat, but if the first thing they eat is unknown, then they're named after the first sound that they make. That's why during the quest Troll Romance, you're helping a troll named Ugg woo his fair maiden named Aga. But then on the other hand, you're gonna have trolls named Rock or Stick because apparently that's the first thing that they decided would be good enough to eat. Although most trolls are named after the first thing that they eat, Burnt Meat, the cook in Trollheim, is actually named after the first thing he tried to cook. And apparently, according to the other trolls, that's the only thing he cooks now. Burnt meat. This troll in Trollheim is actually named Peahat, and he got his name by eating a party hat that came out of a Christmas cracker. The term Peahat is a common slang for party hat. Near Peahat, you can actually find Kraka also, a troll that's named after the Christmas cracker itself. One of the main trolls in the questline is actually named My Arm because the first thing he tried to eat was his father's arm, and therefore his father decided to name him My Arm. Fun fact, My Arm has a dead relative whose name was My Other Arm. Another weird named troll you'll encounter during your quest is named Dad, and this troll is called Dad because the first thing he tried to eat was his dad. Now during the quest Troll Stronghold, you meet an unnamed troll child. You know that drunken dwarf that keeps popping on your screen all the time trying to convince you to become an alcoholic and share a beer with him? Well, he happens to get thrown off the top of Troll Stronghold by My Arm. And then, since he's splattered at the bottom, that little unnamed troll child comes walking along and finds his first meal. And that's how that unnamed troll child earns himself his name, which is Drunken Dwarf's Leg. Now let's talk about the ice trolls. One of the trolls that we meet during the quest Making Friends with My Arm is actually called Don't Know What. Another very unfortunate troll name is Goat Poo. And if you use a bucket of goat dung on Goat Poo after completing the quest where My Arm and Snowflake get married, he's gonna say to you, "Look human, it were one time, just once, let a troll move on, okay?" Poor guy. The leader of the trolls of Weiss during the quest of Making Friends with My Arm is called Mother, since the first thing he tried to eat was his mother. Another one of the trolls we meet during Making Friends with My Arm is actually called Squirrel. After killing Don't Know What, Squirrel runs to Mother and declares, "Old man in the dungeon," which is actually a reference to the Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone, when a troll gets released into the school and Professor Quirrell, notice the similarity, burst into the Great Hall yelling, "Troll in the dungeon!"
Thought you ought to know.
A moment of silence, please, for this poor unfortunate troll whose name is Yellow Snow. Here's another troll from Weiss whose name is actually Oddstone. But he was named Oddstone after nibbling at an oddstone that's found south of Weiss. But he was chased off, according to him, by a scary and magical bone-headed human. This means he was chased away by a Majorat. After this, the trolls decided to block off all the routes to the snowfield and kept a close watch out for more boneheads. The odd stone is actually a shrine involved in the ritual that the Majorat perform in the area when the planets are in alignment. The shrine is used by the Majorat to rejuvenate their kind, however, one of their own must be sacrificed in return. Dark stuff. That's it for the names. Now let's look at a few more random facts about trolls. Fun fact, Weiss is actually German for white, and it's supposed to be written like this. And now since it's German for white, is it supposed to be pronounced like this?
Weiß. Weiß.
There are actually several inaccessible locations found around Weiss, which can only be viewed if players have an Oculus orb, so I'm going to show them to you right now. The first place is south of the town itself. It's a hunter area, which can be seen filled with deadfall traps. However, there are no hunter creatures there to be seen. The second place is to the east. It's a large abandoned Zarosian fortress known as Gorok. And finally, south of the fortress, an old shrine can be seen with the examined text stating, "An ancient stone, possibly used in some sort of ritual." This shrine is in fact the ritual marker used by the Majorat in their ritual of rejuvenation. So you know that odd stone that got his name from eating the odd stone and then got chased off by a magical bone-headed human? This is that area. Okay, let's say you go onto the top of Troll Stronghold now, and you go and see what's opposite the herb patch. There's actually various attempts at growing different objects there, such as a crate, a goat, a fish, some rocks, and a trolley. So really random stuff that some poor troll is trying to grow. So you know how there's 3 types of salt that you need to mine in the salt mine underneath Weiss? Well, these 3 salts are called tea salt, Eve salt, and earth salt. And altogether, they spell out tea-hurt, suggesting that the Weiss trolls attempted to eat them before discovering their use for fire making. And finally, if you do the troll quest, at the end of the quest Making Friends with My Arm, Snowflake and My Arm will perform an ancient dance of love, and this dance of love is actually a reference to how 2 players circle around one another when they follow each other. Like so. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys were able to learn some fun, stupid, old school RuneScape facts with this video. If you guys have any other video idea suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments below. And if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and like the video. Peace!